Thank you, God, that thou permit our life to wake up this morning and to see the rising of the sun. For this, we say thanks. We thank you, God, for your protecting mercies while we sleep. And as we open our eyes to a brand new day, which no one else could not have done, we do recognize that this is the day that you has made. And we will do everything in our power to enjoy that day. We'll do everything in our power to help one another. We'll do everything in our power to continue to love and give you thanks and praise for everything that you have done and everything you continue to do. Nobody could not have woke us up this morning, but you are the most mighty God. You woke us up. And for this we say we are very thankful to you. This morning, oh God, is Farmers' Morning, and I bring our farmers before you. Father, these are the ones, oh God, that prepare the grains and vegetables, most of the grains that we eat, the farmers prepare it. We ask, oh God, to give them strength on a day-to-day that they can be able to continue to work. We ask, oh God, as they leave this morning, and some of them is about to leave, we ask, oh God, to protect them from each and every piece of instrument that they will be working with this morning. As they leave the loved one behind, the children that is going to school, Lord, we ask you, God, to watch over them, your protecting mercies, your protecting journeys over them. As they leave their wives home, we ask you, God, to strengthen them as they do the house chores. Father, we ask you, God, to bless each and every one of our boatmen that leave and go out, left and go out this morning in the ocean to collect the catch. I'm asking you, God, to let the boat or engine function well. We ask you, God, to take them safe from shore to sea and from sea to shore. Father, we ask you, God, we bring this radio station before you, Relay FM, that, Father, as they educate the nation, we ask you, God, to touch management and staff, oh God. Father, we ask you, God, that every piece of equipment on this radio, we ask you, God, to keep it safe, Lord. And Father, as we go through the day, we do not know what it has for us, but we believe by faith that our day will be wonderful. We bring Grenada before you, O God, and all I'm asking to have mercy upon this island. We ask you, God, to keep all of us. We ask you, God, to bless government. We ask you, God, to bless opposition. Give them knowledge, especially the ruling administration. Give them the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding, O God, that they can be able to rule fairly and goodly. Bless us all. We commit the station once again with agriculture program and all those that participate and all those like BJ, Mr. Donald, Clifford, and all those main ones that help us to know much about agriculture, which we really appreciate in the past year. And for this new year, we really appreciate it again. Blessed and keep in Jesus' name. Amen and amen.
Amen.
Good morning, Mr. Donald.
Morning, sir.
How are you?
Good. Good.
I find you hesitated like a bit to say good, maybe.
I had to make sure.
Okay. I like that. You got to make sure that they're good.
Yeah.
I'm good also. I'm enjoying the best of this planet. You know, the best of this planet. I'm up here, and I'm enjoying the best of this planet. How is your children, sir?
The girl, and I saw her and spoke to her last. She's okay. The boy, well, I saw her and spoke to her yesterday. The boy, sometime last week? For the week? No, I haven't spoken to him for the week as yet. But I more than likely have to speak to him today.
Great.
So, the mere fact that nobody has contacted me, he has a wife, she has not contacted me.
Great.
So that means he's okay, she's okay.
Yeah. As the slang says, that no news is good news. Yeah.
No. Don't ever believe that.
I believe that.
Let me ask you something.
If I could
If
answer.
something is seriously wrong with me,
Yeah.
and I can't get the phone to call you, I can't pick up the phone to call you, and there's nobody around me to pick up the phone to call you, you don't get any news, right?
But by some
Hold on. Do you get any news?
I'm coming to answer your question.
No, don't go wrong the word.
No, I don't get the news.
Right. So if you don't get the news,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean it's good news. It's bad news you ain't get.
I understand.
Right. So then don't let me go through that thing.
But in a condition.
What?
Would you hear me out? In a condition like that, bro, I believe in miracles. Somebody could just God work in mysterious ways and wonders to perform, bro.
You know, one of these days we really had to sit down and have a serious conversation about all the professions that you guys make about God.
No, you come in, because you're having a bad clash, bro.
No, I don't want no bad clash.
No, you come in,
No.
When coming to Bible and when coming to what you say there, you ought to prepare, because I eat you up like a raven wolf,
No, I understand that you want.
I know that you're very heavy when coming on scripture, but don't make this kind of joke with me, Mr. Donald.
No, I'm not my thing is that I'm just so very thing with so many things people say about God,
I know.
God this and God that. And
and some of them is basically foolishness. Some of them is foolishness.
Trust me, man.
Definitely. I hear people speak on the radio and talk about God this and God that. And I'll correct them and say, listen, don't go down that road, because what you're saying does not make sense. It does not even line up with the creator that make you. Definitely.
You understand? So I don't.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know your children, but anytime you speak to them, tell them you have a very good friend, Pastor Louis, so he said hi. You're not saying that, sir?
Yeah, I will tell her.
Okay.
I will tell her
right.
that you say hi. But I want to ask you a question. And the question is, what language was the snake speaking when it spoke to Eve?
What language did it?
Was the snake speaking when it spoke to Eve?
He simply spoke a language that Eve could have understand.
I ask you what language. I didn't ask if she could understand.
I don't know, but he speak a language that she could understand.
What language?
And
you up and speak? You snake speak?
Yeah, well, listen, that is a mystery, and I could eat you up on that.
That is not a mystery. That is not a mystery. That is a fallacy.
Listen, Mr. Donald, put a time together when myself and you could educate the public on what you just speak about, and you will shock.
No, you see, the thing about it that you want to start to preach. I don't.
No, I ain't preaching, bro. We're just discussing. You see what you just say there, bro? You're surprised. Are you surprised, bro?
I surprised.
Yeah. Let's put a day together that we can get on air. Maybe take use the owner so we can be able to ask the manager for a time.
No. I ain't taking time off to give you for you to talk thing. Pay for the time.
Yeah. I want to ask you one question before I go.
Okay, go
Mr.
ahead.
Donald, why make you so bad for a run redhead?
Okay.
Hey, agriculture man, why make you so cross on the man, boy? The man not from St. Patrick?
Well, no. You have to understand. If you're from St. Patrick, I will protect you to the hilt. When it comes to the radio, I'll protect you. But it doesn't mean that I am not going to chastise you.
Okay.
I am the only one who has the right to chastise him. He's from St. Patrick. Leave him alone. Leave him to us.
Nobody else?
No, nobody else.
Right.
Leave him alone.
Okay, good.
You understand? Just leave him alone. I will deal with him.
And if anybody comes through there?
If anybody comes to try to attack him, I can deal with them.
Okay.
And then come back to deal with him.
Okay.
He is like a guy. We go back to the Bible. Take off your shoes. We walk into that holy ground. Go there. Fuck that. You go back to the Bible. Do that. Yeah.
Take out the shoe from your foot.
That ground there. Don't walk there. You understand? But no. It is my passion. My passion is about the people of St. Patrick. Always has been.
From ever since I know.
And I don't like the fact that people, look at us in a derogatory way, think that we ain't smart, we ain't a sense, that kind of thing.
Okay.
We have so many very educated people I've been thinking about, doing a program like a little 2-minute or 5-minute, get information about people from St. Patrick's who have gone, people who are still around,
Mm.
and put that information out.
Right, right,
You know,
right, right.
Grenada had one and only opening batsman for the West Indies.
Hmm.
He's from St. Patrick, Devon Smith.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, now we shouldn't take these things simple. We should not take these
But how many
things
of the
simple.
younger ones know, Mr. Nolan?
Right.
How many of the younger ones know?
they must also know that
Okay.
the young guy, he has just gone off to, I think it's Africa, South Africa,
Mm.
to play for the under 19.
Oh, that's good.
Devontae Joseph, I think it is. And if I put my marbles all in a row, I'm sure it will point to Devon Smith being his uncle.
Okay, okay.
But he's from La Poterie. So you can get a little protection from him being close, you
Yeah,
understand?
yeah, right,
He's
right.
close,
St.
he's
Andrews, right,
close,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, within the border.
Right.
Yeah,
He's
and you
right
feel proud
there.
about that.
Of course.
Yeah,
You know.
I feel proud. Yeah.
So, I am very, very, very protective of the people of St. Patrick.
Great
I don't
people
play
come
with
from
them.
St. Patrick's, I know.
I'll play
Great
with them.
people come from. And very soon, I think that you'll be getting the Governor General from St. Patrick's,
Well, that's an interesting one.
I guess.
And to be honest with you,
And you're proud again?
I will be proud because it is another feather in our cap.
Okay.
However, with a man who costs the media, with a man who has made a lot of derogatory statements, how can you put that man as Governor General?
That's interesting.
It wasn't me who when Sophia Phillip asked a question at a press conference and he beat down on her.
Wow.
When you're looking for a Governor General, you look for somebody who is. You can't pick Andre. You mad?
No, you're crazy. That whole watchery.
Exactly.
Nah, you're mad.
So you have to
You're crazy.
look for somebody who's able to control
Yeah,
himself.
please mash up. You're mad. And you
understand?
don't know Governor General. You're crazy.
And
man.
former Prime Minister Thomas is not known to be somebody who can control himself. He cannot.
But Jay, when you do the assessment of many of the past Governor General, basically they were clean. I mean, not perfect, but clean where the job was concerned.
If you put Prime Minister Tillman Thomas, I still call him Prime Minister Tillman Thomas because he has that accent. He's gotten there. If you put Prime Minister Tillman Thomas as a Governor General, then you just spit in the face of Paul Schoon.
Wow.
Simple. Ain't no rocket science about that.
Yes,
I just saying it just as it is. Some people may not like what I've just said, but that's okay.
Wow.
That's all right. But you can't. You're not supposed to do something. Put Paul Schoon. I put Tillman Thomas. Paul Schoon, Danny Williams, them kind of man. So no. Stop that stupidness, man. Come on.
Carly Glean and all this guy.
Come on, Carly, my brethren. You understand?
Wow.
You can't do
We
that.
have some real decent Governor
You
General.
can't put. You should not put Tillman Thomas there. But if you put him there, I go protect him because he's from St. Patrick.
You're bad for your people, boy.
Yeah, man. One love. Later.
Take it, Drew.
All right, good.
All right, very nice.
Well, from to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man jack this and didn't do too bad. After that, the old thing flap. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning to you. I'm good.
I missed you for 2 days. What's going on?
How are you? Yes, why you missed me for 2 days because my phone was giving trouble.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'll make an apologize yesterday morning already.
Okay, great.
Good morning to the nation. I'm reading from the Word of God, Psalm 128. Blessed is everyone that feareth the Lord, that walketh in his ways. For thou shalt eat the labor of thy hands. Happy shall thou be, and thy hand. Happy shall thou be, and it shall be well with thee. Thy wife shall be as a fruitful vine by the side of the house. Thy children like olive plants round about the table. Behold, that thou shalt the man be blessed that fear the Lord. The Lord shall bless thee out of Zion, and thou shalt see the good of Jerusalem all the days of thy life. Yea, thou shalt see the children, and peace be upon Israel. This is the end of the scripture reading.
And thank you so very much, dear heart. How's the family, though?
Everybody all right for the time, yes?
How is my girl who is not here?
She all right. But she still, Olive was calling you just before the Christmas, but she didn't get you.
Oh, yeah?
She was on 2 weeks holiday, but she gone back.
Go back.
Already.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Don't worry, man. We're going to make up that.
Yeah.
All right, darling. Take care.
All right. Have a nice day.
You too, love. Right.
Right.
18 minutes is after the 7 o'clock on the Thursday morning, Thursday the 16th day of the 16th? No, the 11th day. What's wrong with you, Andre? The 11th day of the first month. So, yeah, it's after 7 on that day. Oh. What a question. What a question that came out of the mouth of Pastor Lewis about Prime Minister Tillman Thomas and him being appointed as Governor General. I've heard that. I've also heard that his wife is giving a little bit of problems in relation to that. I've heard that too. I don't know if that's true, but you know me, I just say what I hear. But honestly, I will protect him as I will protect any Governor General, or even more so because he's from St. Patrick. Don't play that. However, I'll be the first to say that he is not a good choice. He's a gentleman who cannot control his temper. You talk about me because you hear me because I interact with you every day. So you know that Andre, you will say, Andre's an idiot, Andre's a fool, Andre's ignorant, because you hear me on the radio. You've been hearing me now for the past, 19 years here on Real FM, and for about 10 years or more with other entities, i.e. Spice Capital and GBC, GBN. Yeah, you've been hearing me then, so you know, you built your profile on Andre. You have not heard Tillman Thomas. You've not heard him. Yeah. And if you talk about people who are hasty, and as we say in our local parlance, ignorant and quick to get vexed, you talking about Tillman Thomas. If you don't believe me, one of these days when you see someone who would have worked with him from the beginning of his political career, someone who would have worked with him from the beginning of his political career, ask Kenny Lal Singh about Tillman Thomas. Just ask him. Ask him what kind of person Tillman Thomas is, and he will tell you. And then again, the reason why I don't believe he should be put as Governor General, I mean, although it will be a historical landmark in Grenada, it is going to be the first time ever that a former Prime Minister would have gotten to the position of Governor General, meaning that that person would have held the two highest positions in the country, Prime Ministership and the Governor General. Now, I don't believe a former Prime Minister should ever be a Governor General. No, I don't believe that. And putting him to act as Governor General the other day, I don't think it was a good thing. It's not setting a good precedence. But then again, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell is not being noted as someone who does good things. Yeah, he's not noted as someone who does good things. Hey, stay with us. We've got the what? Help me.
Agriculture.
agricultural program, but we got the weather.
Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack didn't do too bad. After
22 minutes after the 7 o'clock on a good-looking Thursday morning. Well, good-looking by my side in terms of, well, it's sort of hazy outside, yeah.
and they forget
Cloudy and hazy, yeah. Let's find out from Jonathan Price, though, what's the whole outlook for the day is going to be. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning to you and good morning, listeners. Here is the weather for today, Thursday, the 11th of January, 2024, as recorded at the Mars Bishop International Airport. It is currently fair. The winds are coming from the east at 14 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 1014.2 millibars, which is above normal and rising. Present temperature is 25.8 degrees Celsius and relative humidity 83%. Yesterday's maximum was 31.3 degrees Celsius and the minimum last night 25.6 degrees Celsius. No rainfall was recorded over the past 24 hours, hence the total for the month remains at 14.8 millimeters. And now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique weather for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy, becoming fair at times with brief isolated showers, increasing in cloudiness and showers during the evening. Today's maximum will be 31 degrees Celsius with winds northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas will be moderate to rough with waves 6 to 8 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells, hence a marine advisory remains in effect. Low tide will be at 9 a.m. and high tide at 3:30 p.m. Sunset will be at 5:58 and sunrise at 6:31. Just to repeat the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique weather for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy, becoming fair at times with brief isolated showers, increasing in cloudiness and showers during the evening. From the forecast desk at the Mars Bishop International Airport, I'm Jonathan Price. Have a great week.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. Take care, sir, brother. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Stay with us.
This is 50 years of Calypso excellence as Made in Grenada presents Calypso at 50 featuring Unlucky.
I must go back, my little island is called.
The original inspector. Flying Turkey, Lady Cinty, Smokey, Peter Humphrey, Randy Isaac, Woodsman Kelly, Squeezy, Scholar, Black Wizard, and Chamo, and the Hitman Inspector. One stage, one night, Sunday, February 11th, 6 p.m. sharp at the Grenada National Cricket Stadium. Tickets are $50 and are available at Canadian Optical, Town and Grandance, Mitchell's Wellness, Grandance, St. David Pharmacy, Maxis More, and St. Andrew Pharmacy, Calico, Sates, Shizemore, Licks and Bites, and GoToFed.com. The hits, the classics, the performances as Grenada celebrates 50. Sponsored by Flow, Brighton and Miners, Antillean Group, Spice Isle Auto Rental, Wayne Mitchell, Glenelg, Springwater, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenada Distillers, makers of Gladscott Rum. Sunday, February 11th, 6 p.m. Grenada National Stadium. This is 50 years of Calypso excellence.
Psst. Hey, you. Why pay high prices to watch TV or struggle with apps on your Fire Stick? For only $2.75 per year or $75 for 3 months, you can have unlimited access to thousands of live TV channels, including news, sports, entertainment, and much more. All you need is a Fire Stick, Android device, or smart TV. too good to be true? Then try our free trial for 36 hours before you buy. Interested? Then call or WhatsApp DP Marketing on 457-3546 or 538-9026. That's 457-3546 or 538-9026. DP Marketing. We bring the world to you.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. The number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man jack this and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer.
Good morning again. How you doing?
They forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. used to ship plenty nectars all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution.
You know, something happened this morning and it kind of like threw me off. Yeah. It really threw me off. And I'm speaking here of when Lewis, the guy who prayed, when he called and he indicated that he understands that former Prime Minister, or let me just say Prime Minister, like I would say Prime Minister Keith Mitchell. Yeah, I still say they've earned it. So Prime Minister Tillman Thomas is set to be sworn in as the next Governor General. You know, well, I don't think it's a good thing. I won't tell you that. But maybe it's the best thing for him because he just has to shut up and just read messages. Hope he follows scripts because that's what he has to do. Follow scripts. And then, of course, he cannot practice. He cannot appear in courts and stuff like that for anybody. So I guess his brother will pick up the mantle. His brother could handle. I ain't scared for him. He could handle. But it's just gonna be one unfortunate situation. Yeah, it's just gonna be one unfortunate situation to have that gentleman pick up the position as Governor General. Are you crazy? Are you kidding me? Kenny Lalson, speak up. You always do. Kenny! Speak up, man. You always do. No, I ain't telling you to call. If you want to call, you can call. But I ain't telling you to call, Kenny. But speak up. You always type things on the internet. You hearing this, Kenny, and you ain't saying nothing? Kenny, nah, you can't go down as a hypocrite. You cannot and should not go down as a hypocrite. Do you understand? Nah, you know, Brad Jane, that will be the worst thing to happen to Grenada. You know that. So don't go through with that. Don't let that one pass, Kenny, and you ain't say nothing. You know that. Oh my God. This thing upset me that I really and truly, I can't concentrate after that.
Yeah.
Lewis! Yeah, Pastor Lewis. What, man? You kind of just twist up my kind of day. I kind of didn't expect something like that. Yeah, I really didn't expect him to be hit with that kind of a bombshell. Are you crazy? Man, if that is what gonna happen, you may as well put me. Trust me, if that is what gonna happen, you may as well put me. Good morning. You may as well, yeah. If you're gonna choose him, you may as well choose me. Okay, if you tell me shut up, I will just shut up. Him? You can't. But take Yolambena. She will be the perfect fit for the job. Yolan Bain. Perfect fit for the job. Everything. Everything. She has to learn nothing. Or, if Ms. Decima Williams, who is the president of the Senate, if she's up and game for it and doesn't have to travel every week out of the country, you can choose her. Yeah, you can choose Decima Williams too. But well, you know I've always been saying Yolan Bain. That's my choice. Whatever happens, that's my choice as Governor General. She could be 100 years. My choice of Governor General is Yolan Bain. Morning, Miss Annie Bain. How you doing? You all right, love? Good morning to you. Big hugs. Big hugs. Yeah, big hug to you. Yeah. But Tillman Thomas as Governor General? Are you kidding me? You must. Come on. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell. Come on, I know you crazy, but you ain't that crazy. You ain't that kind of crazy. Are you mad? No. You must be. I can't believe that something like that will ever happen. No, that ain't supposed to happen at all. But mind you, as I say, if he gets appointed to the job, he's some St. Patrick, so I have to protect him, but I have to protect him all the time. And now I'm protecting him because I don't want him to go out there and embarrass himself. So it's I'm protecting him by saying, don't put him, please don't put him. You tried the other day for a day and a half or half a day or whatever. That is what you're going to do. Try it for a day and a half or half a day. But honestly, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No. Please. I don't beg like this. I'm just begging, please. No. Country dead. Country dead. We have a caller. Okay, well, it's before BJ gets there, so we take a caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Andrew Donald, and good morning to Grenada on a whole. The news that you just break there is not any shock to me because I understand last week when he was put to act as the Governor General for 1 day. So I know there was something in the making, so I'm not surprised. But if I had my way to see who becomes Governor General, I would not have selected Mr. Tillman Thomas. And he's a very good friend of mine, a gentleman I respect. I don't think he did very, very well in politics, neither. But he's my very good friend.
You don't think he did very well?
In politics.
God damn it, the man was Prime Minister. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, that ain't nothing.
What do you mean that ain't nothing?
Yeah, that Prime Minister.
No, we ain't taking that away. Keep that to yourself.
That's an
blood damn.
Of me and
keep that to yourself. Oh, you mad?
I will stay with it.
Stay with your thing for yourself long there. Are you crazy?
But, you see, hypocrisy is something that we have to live with. This new Prime Minister said that he don't believe in this thing of changing Prime Minister, changing the Governor General and pay them for until they're dead. But he gone back doing the same thing, doing the very same thing. So but I remember, I am a strong member and supporter of the NMP. I don't like everything that the NMP do.
You have a card?
Yes, I do have a card.
You pay your subs already for the year?
Well, they have not they have not been very active in collecting subs now, as far as I know.
So go in the head office and pay your money.
Yeah, but the last time that they paid we.
When's the last time you pay?
Just before the election.
But go in the office in town and pay.
Well, I would say yes, but I looking at certain things.
You and all others go and pay.
Yeah, I looking at certain things.
What things? Go and pay.
No. When Dr. Mitchell or the party selected Mr. Ex-Police Commissioner, Mr. Bido, as the candidate for St. John, I was not in favor of him. But I supported him wholeheartedly to that extent because I am a member of the NMP party. But I was not in support of him. And in speaking to friends, I said, I don't think he's going to make the best of candidate. That was my opinion. But we never had any problem. We never had any misunderstanding. Myself and him get along well. But it's just personal thought. There are certain people that are not seen up to those front line. And that's where I didn't see Mr. Tillman Thomas being up to that front line. But if the party so, that's the constitution, and the party so agree on that, there's nothing I could do about it. That's how I feel about the whole thing.
Thank you. I almost call you Tillman.
No.
Yeah.
I might be Bridgman. And Tillman and Bridgman song in
all of all you should. Yeah. All of all you should be man.
Well,
all of all you should
we
be.
are man. We are Bridgman.
I know. All of all you should be man.
Bridgman is always a man.
I don't know.
But you see, what I'm seeing in this new line of politics is that we criticize certain things, but the same thing comes around, and then we say we come in with change, and that is having me kind of puzzled because we criticize and we go back to the same square one. I have heard the Prime Minister say that nothing has been done from what year to what year since we got independent, but a lot of things that is glorified now was got after the independence. So for making those statements from leaders, I don't know what happened. Because what he expect after he spent his 10, because he say 10 years he goes for, He did say that at least 2 terms. So after his 10 years, I want people to say the same thing. Nothing happened. So we must be careful with what we're doing. But the Prime Minister that's the power given to him, so he can use the power.
Yeah.
What I would like to see, though, is Mr. Ron Redhead report to the people in the constituency telling them his true position. I hope I will see that. While I agree that the Prime Minister has the right to select who he wants in his cabinet and to fire who he wants to fire in the cabinet, I would like Mr. Ron, seeing that he was selected by the people as a candidate to run, and the people have the expectation, I believe the majority of people have the expectation to see him in the cabinet. Now that he's not in the cabinet, I think you have a right to report to the people, because the same thing had happened with Mr. Church around. I remember that. And Mr. Church and myself are good friends. I don't see him these days, but we are good friends. So it's not a matter of friendship here. I say things as I see it. And if I see this government doing things that is wrong, I'm going to say it. If I see the NMP government doing things that is wrong, I'm going to say it. That's the point.
All right, Clifford, I got you. Glenda Robinson, good morning. How are you? I trust that everything is fine with you. And come on, I've been asking you guys, to subscribe, share, subscribe. We want the channel to grow. Without you, it can't. I alone can't. All I can do is establish and provide content that you would appreciate, right? So, tell me. All right. And when you see me in the cold mountain, what a planting? Nutmeg and banana. Carlisle Righam. Carlisle says the Governor General's role is ceremonial, it carries no weight. It might be. What you're saying might be correct. However, you don't take anybody and just put them in that position. I say, ask Kenny Lal Singh, you know. When you see him, ask him if Prime Minister Tillman Thomas is a good choice. And I am saying to you, it's not a good choice. I also say to you, if he gets put in that position, I will defend him because he's from St. Patrick. But he's not a good choice. Remember that. Remember I said that. Our time has now moved on to 12 minutes, and that is before the 8 o'clock hour. BJ should be here just around the 8 o'clock hour, and we'll be talking agriculture. As a matter of fact, if you are a youth and you're listening to us, I would advise you to stick around because BJ is going to be speaking directly to young people this morning as it relates to agriculture. Because remember I did ask him? Yeah. So I think he's prepared for that, to speak to young people as it relates to agriculture. So let's listen for that. That should be round about the 8 o'clock hour, just after the 8 o'clock hour. And you'll be hearing from Bertrand John. Yeah, that thing that Louis, that thing that Louis do there is still up. It kind of still have me going because I'm like, what the heck is this? Are you crazy? Are you kidding me? Has this thing really, really happened? Just to let you know, though, that the agricultural program on Thursdays comes to you with the compliments of people like Antoine de Beauregard Industries and Kittens Home and Garden Supplies. Someone asked me a question, and let me go back to the question on my personal. Oh, here's a call. Morning.
Hey, good morning, Andre.
Yeah.
Hey, let me just turn on my radio.
Oh, please do.
I've been trying to get you in the last time. My apologies. Andre, good morning. You expressed dissatisfaction with the choice for Gigi, and I was curious.
Is that the choice? Is that a choice? Okay, well, thanks for telling me. I don't know, because that was just something that was spun in the air at me.
Oh, okay then.
So I don't know if that's a choice.
But if that is the choice or will be the choice, then would you please explain why you think it's not the best choice, or a better choice could have been made, or any other reason why you think
a better choice could have been made? A better choice could have been made in Yolen Bain. That's the first thing I'm going to tell you. A better choice could have been made in Yolen Bain. And I've been saying that for a long time now. When the person that you put as Governor General must fit the role, must have the class, must have the style that goes with it. There are those who would say, well, it is a ceremonial thing. That is why they have to have class. And that's why they have to have style and guile. Do you understand? Because it is a ceremonial thing. It's not, you can say it's not about brains. Okay, fine. It is a ceremonial thing. So that, listen, let's go back to Sir Paul Scoon. Oh my God. You talk about class. You talk about style. You talk about poise. That is Sir Paul Scoon. He's the epitome of all the words that I've just mentioned. Though those who came after him didn't really get up to his standard. Sir Reginald Palmer, Sir Carlisle Green, Sir Daniel Williams. They served. They didn't get up to Paul's standard. And maybe the only person that will be able to get up to his standard or very close to will be Yolan Bain. There's no doubt in my mind about that. Now, let me do so and say something else here. Prime Minister Tillman Thomas, because I still call him Prime Minister. Prime Minister Tillman Thomas to Kenny Lal Singh will not fit that position. I can tell you that. Without even speaking to Kenny, I know. And to me, Prime Minister Tillman Thomas will not fit the position. He is not a very warm person. He's not.
Okay.
And he's a gentleman who is easily flustered. Do you understand?
Okay.
So, hence the reason why I can't. I remember a time, I give you a little one. I remember a time when Andre Donald was the youth officer for the National Democratic Congress. And I was at executive meeting. And that was when they had to ask Kenny to step down from his position and become a backbencher. Yeah?
Okay.
And at that meeting, after they spoke and spoke and spoke, Kenny decided that he was leaving the meeting. All right? He was going. Kenny was my ride to St. Patrick, because I live in St. Patrick, right? So he's going. I think it was Finsley, who was the chairman at that time. So I asked, I says, Mr. Chair, Mr. Lal Singh is leaving, and that's my right to St. Patrick. However, if Mr. Thomas can give me a ride, I, will be able to relax and stay with the meeting.
Right.
Mr. Thomas is living in Hermitage. I'm living in Satyrs. Mr. Thomas said that he's not passing through Satyrs. Seriously. He said that he's not passing through Satyrs. So I said, Mr. Chair, if that is the case, then I ask your permission to leave. The chairman gave me the permission to leave. By the next print of the Grenada Today newspaper, it was put in the newspaper that Kenny Lal Singh and Andre Donald walk out at the meeting. And it is believed that the person who gave the information to the newspaper was the chairman.
Okay.
You hear me? It is believed. I don't know that for a fact. It is believed that the chairman gave the information to the newspaper. But I say that here is me asking for a ride, and I'm not just an ordinary member. I am the youth officer, yeah? Elected so. And I'm just saying, hey, brethren, a ride. And he said to me, he's not passing through Satyrs. And he's going to Hermitage, yeah? So he's going over the hills. So all he had to do was just go western side and give me a ride, or go over the hill still and then just drop me off in Satyrs. But he plainly said, I ain't passing through Satyrs. So that is saying to me, don't even look for a ride.
That's true.
And that speaks to the personality of the man. So that is part of the reason I will say, not because I didn't get the ride. I had nothing to do with not getting the ride. But it has to do with the temperament of the man. And the only reason why he said that is that at that particular point in time, him and Kenny Lal Singh, they weren't tight.
Okay.
All right. So you understand?
Great, great.
Okay. I hope people didn't hate me for that, but you know, it is what it is. But I'm getting so much hate these days that hate has become a staple, and I'm starting to think that I should start to bottle it.
Is it because you're doing your work?
I don't know. Hate has become a staple. It has become a staple by me.
All right. Well, enjoy the shots at you.
So I thought you were going to be here last week. Was it last week or week before you were supposed to be here and you didn't turn up?
Before last. But I'll be there next week.
You will be here next week?
Yes, correct.
All right. I will ask the people if they can have a cup of coffee for you.
I look forward to it then.
Take care of yourself. One love, my brother. Thanks for calling.
Cheers, Don.
Right, good. Great. So that was Dr. Entwine. Yeah. Woodman. Let's play the commercial, man. Let's play the commercial. Where is it? It should be somewhere here.
Office. It is said the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest. Bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Yeah, hold on there, Granville Credit Union. Coming to you just now. That was Woodman, Dr. Entwine. Yeah, he called in. Nice to have him calling in, though. That's great. And I gotta say good morning to somebody special here. Latoya McGuire, good morning to you. She's saying, hey, first time messaging and you're listening. Where are you Excuse me, my dear. Where are you located? That's Latoya McGuire. Good morning to you. Are you related to Wendy Ann? Wendy Ann McGuire? You guys kind of look alike. Yeah. Okay. Is there any? Why would somebody send me a voice note when I'm speaking here? How can I listen? I can't listen. I can't listen. So that would have to be afterwards. That would be attended to afterwards. Royden B. Harry. How are you doing, Royden? Okay. Yeah, I'm coming to you. What? It's 8 o'clock. BJ should be here any moment. Good morning, Anne-Marie Celestine Grant. And me, have a blessed day. Okay, that's good. Delicia Daisy Bob. Good morning to you. How are you doing, my dear? What is Wendy Ann saying? All Maguire related. Okay. I all right. Hey, Wendy, where's Kathy? I didn't see she checking this morning. Give her a call and tell her, hulk up the likes, man. Like the thing now? What's wrong with y'all? Sometimes just do something, just get thing, Like the thing. We have to grow the channel by ourselves, and nobody else is going to help us grow the channel. I want one day to come onto the program and I want to see from Papua New Guinea, New Zealand, Australia. I want to see members there. But I have some people in Australia, some people at the back of the line who don't like me. They're in Australia. The back of the line is in Australia. Yeah. So that's the people who don't really like me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Mama Joe, how you doing?
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Nice to hear you.
Yeah, I always listening here.
Well, I do know that. I do know that. I do know that.
Am I having a visitor tomorrow?
Say that again?
Am I expecting a visitor tomorrow?
Are you Say that again? And a visitor tomorrow from?
Yeah, coming to me tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Did I promise?
For the usual thing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bandy.
I think Bandy will deal with that. I don't deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm expecting someone tomorrow afternoon.
Oh. So how are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm there hearing everything.
How are the girls?
Well, Bridget is okay, but Bernadette is the grumpy one. So, always you'll find the odd person around,
Okay.
Don't let me keep you. I'm glad I called.
I'm glad to hear you too. Happy New Year.
Yeah, listen, I don't miss you. I don't miss out on you. I'm there listening. I don't say much, but I answer and so on, Anyway, have a nice day.
You too.
I'm continuing doing the good works.
Great.
Love you, son.
Love you. Take care, Mom.
Right.
Good.
Right. Thank you. Bye.
Nice to hear from Mother Joe, man. Yeah. It's always nice to hear from the elders. When you hear from the elders, then you know that you're still happening. The younger ones will come along because they will get old too. Devon Haywood from Nashville? Is that? Well, that's not the name. Is that you? Oh no. Come on, hulk up the likes. What's up with you and the likes, people? What's going on? I'm still waiting on BJ. Yeah, I'm still waiting on BJ. So hulk up the likes. Go crazy with the likes today, please. Do I beg of you? Yes, I beg of you. I don't like to do this begging thing, but I beg of you, go crazy with the likes this morning. I just had let me ask the person you just sent me a message. Yeah, you just sent me a message. Can I read the message? Can I read the message? You let me know if I can read the message. I'd love to, but I'm going to only do so with your permission. Yeah, I can only do so with your permission. I can only read this message with your permission. So please let me know if I can read this message. All right. Oh, yes. I would still like to read the message. Okay, so I said good morning to a friend of mine's. I wouldn't call her name because... I wouldn't call your name. No, I wouldn't call your name. You're crazy. You can't call your name. And the person said to me, don't call my name. Okay, I ain't gonna call your name. I never went to 99 and 100 on Avenue J. Jesus Christ. But all you like things, so today's a nice kind of agriculture, kind of day for planting and all your thinking. What? That's my partner, he changed your name, boy. Okay, Devon Haywood. Now, man, come on. Get a couple of people to do so and like the thing and hulk up the likes and happen, man. Let the thing happen, man. What's wrong with y'all? That's not good. I'm not feeling good. Yeah. Good morning, Ruby. I was hoping that you have a wonderful day. And who else we got here? Yeah. I want everybody. Somebody's from Nigeria. I'm glad to come across this radio station and say bless. Well, I'm not very good at pronouncing names and things, so I'm going to ask the manager. Yeah, she's very good at that. I have my hang-ups. Yeah, I might hang up to that. Yeah, what? G-O-T, Gotteskind? Becky? Gottestein? What? Me and name and pronunciation. Oh, yes, I need you, please. Do some pronunciation there for me, please. I'm not very good at that. Yeah. Don't whisper it to yourself. Get it done. Get it going. Yeah.
All you can do is to break it up instead of...
I don't know how to break nothing up.
Gotteskind Becky.
Gotteskind Becky. Right. Read the rest.
Happy blessed. I am from Igbo, Nigeria, living in Dutchland. I am glad to come across this radio station. Stay blessed, children of Almighty God.
Yeah. Nigeria.
There he is, you know.
Uh-huh.
This picture of, let's see, maybe he's Grenadian?
No, he's not Grenadian. He just came across the radio and he liked it instantly.
Igbo, Nigeria.
Igbo, Nigeria. That's my Nigerian brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that other guy?
Yeah, I know him.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's my good buddy.
Oh, Gotteskind is your good buddy?
The next guy.
Oh, what's his name again?
His name is Hilarion Gunput.
Hilarion Gunput, yeah. I've never seen him on this live. Have I ever?
Oh, yes. He comes on. And, he's, what's the name?
No.
The movie star.
The movie star? He's a movie star now?
Holly Douglas, that's her brother, you know.
Yeah, I know.
And she's over by him, so that he comes on here. Faithlin is there too, isn't it?
Faithlin is not here?
No, she's not.
She traveled?
That's why I said she's not here.
Oh, Faithlin, now what kind of thing is that? You could leave me and go. Damn. And Joseph, good morning to you. Where's BJ today? BJ
comes here shortly.
Shortly?
Mm-hmm.
Can you do me a favor? Yes, thank you very much.
I did not say that.
I know you didn't, but I know you intended to. Thank you very much. Here you go. Yeah, there it is, right here. That's it. You pick up the handle there and you make me a cup of coffee. Say again?
My fingers are not working.
Not your hands that have to work.
Fingers has to be.
You can call one of the other workers to help you carry it out. Thank you very much. Yeah. So, Jocelyn Matheson, how are you doing? Hilarion, you get a joke out. What are you laughing? Ha ha ha, glee, 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 glee. What are you laughing for? Who laugh? If I know a joke, it's not me that's what. Yeah, it's only because Faithlin they by you, the thinking, you know. If she wasn't by you, you ain't listen. I mean, I only hearing twinkling on my phone. Oh, somebody saying that BJ went to look for some character seeds. Jesus Christ. Watch. Everybody know where everybody going now? This thing is a crazy thing. Oh. I heard that, that the original inspector is going to be part of that show on the 11th of February. Yeah. Going to be there. So I'm looking forward to Dennis Delfish. He's from Rose Hill, you know. In case you guys didn't know, Dennis Delfish, the original inspector, is from the village of Rose Hill, right here in St. Patrick. St. Patrick, we have produced quite a lot of interesting people, you know. Yeah, we have. We have produced a lot of interesting people. And it's good to have them around at all times. Let me see if I can get this going for you. Right, you can take that out there and then you need to plug it in there. Yeah, that's good. That's good. When you see me in the cold mountain, what I'm planting? Nutmeg and banana, yes.
Yes. Agriculture is the number one. Number one. Yes, the number one.
Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and new, spacious, convenient, and modern facilities on Seton Brown Street in Grenville and Grand Anse. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the Credit Union of Grenville, your financial security is guaranteed.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians.
Morning again. I'm still with you. I'm not going anywhere. But I've got my guest finally at 15 minutes after the 8 o'clock hour. My guest has joined me. None other than Bertrand BJ John. BJ, good morning. How you doing, bro?
Good morning, Andrew.
I just need to make some adjustments, and then as soon as we can continue still. Yeah, I'll put this up because there's something I don't think I want to see there. Yeah, that's there. Good. So, how's the family?
Fine.
Everything is great?
Everything normal.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm now trying to get something that's going to really work for us this morning. But no matter how I try, I still... Okay, can this work? It may work, if I do it the other way around. So,
We used to ship plenty nectar.
So, you were supposed to, BJ, speak to the young people this morning?
Well, we always speaking to the young people.
Yeah.
But if you want to zero in on the young people this morning, that would be fine.
All right, so what are you going to talk about?
What am I going to talk about, Andre? Anything you want me to talk about. I am your guest.
Well, I'd like for you to speak to the young people in relation to agriculture and what they can do and how they can get involved in agriculture and make money, BJ.
And make money, Andre?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I guess that's the objective. However, a lot of things need to be in place in order for you to do that. And I keep saying that we need to do this thing in a collective way. No individual cannot do that by themselves. The country would have to set the roadmap for that. And that would involve policies.
What kind of policies?
Policies with regard to how you're getting the youth involved in agriculture, what it is you're going to do, what are the opportunities that you're going to provide.
Mm-hmm.
You need to ensure that whatever they are doing, whether it's for domestic market or for export market, that the market base is more or less there. So the person who getting involved in agriculture, the young person, wouldn't have problem disposing his produce.
But have you any hope of this happening?
It could happen.
Yeah, I know it could, but
Yeah.
you have hope of it happening?
Yes, I'm very hopeful. I'm still hopeful. Andre, we do have a lot of technocrats in Grenada. We do have a lot of brilliant people. What we don't have is cohesiveness. We're not putting our thoughts, our minds together to, set things on the right pattern, to provide the systems and structures so that we can have the next generation of farmers or agro-processors or whatever doing things in such a way that can create sustainable employment. That's what you really want to do. For example, say the Maribor Agriculture College, you should more or less have some, maybe a 2-year program and have some really practical, intelligent farmers coming out or graduating from there. In the past, we had people like Carol and people like, I think, James, and who else again that I can remember? Nichols. They all went to Maribor Agriculture School, and you had people from the other OECS islands coming to our college.
For real?
Yes, you had other people from St. Lucia and St. Vincent and stuff coming to our college, and that was a lot of years ago. And all of a sudden, that just gradually
So we
faded
just
away.
retrogressed then?
Yeah, we regress in regard to that. And then those people become really good extension officers, Carol and Nichols and those people. And quite a few of them who became really good agriculturists, agronomists. They got the base from Maribor Farm School. Some of them have farms, today. Some of them educate a lot of farmers, so that they can basically, survive on their own. They did a fairly good job, and that generation of young people, more or less retire now, and who taking up the mantle? You see the gap that you created. That after those people gone, you have a vacuum, because you never had consistency, and in order for you to develop properly, you need to have consistency.
Can we, at this particular point in time, BJ, can we right the wrong? If I could put it like that, can we right the wrong? Is it possible for us to do something? You know what? Hey, we need to get back to where we were. We need to do so and provide that sort of a service to our young people, and by extension, young people throughout the OECS. Can we do that?
We could, Andre.
How?
By Andres putting the resources, getting our talent working, ensuring that we have the right structures and systems in place, so that sometimes, Andre, I just want to cut this sentence halfway and start a new one. Sometimes, we do, Andre, we only get involved in things that can bring immediate, tangible benefit. And that's not the way you truly develop. Sometimes you have to invest for the future. And sometimes investing for the future takes up a lot of your money, but then you will reap the benefit if you educate, you understand, your people properly, Andre. They would have that love for the country, that, the education wouldn't go in vain. They would use it to produce. You aren't you find we have a lot of educated people, but they're not using the education to produce? because they was taught properly. They wasn't taught properly, sorry. They were taught to educate yourself just to make money. And that's the wrong approach. Education is for life.
It's interesting that you say that. I was speaking to a young man only yesterday who attends the National College. And he's doing IT. So I said to him, okay, what's next? What's after this? And he says, well, got to find a job to make some money. And I'm like, Virgin, no. It's not like that.
No.
I says, you are at the bottom level and you want to do so and go out and find a job to make money. I says, what's going to happen when the other person bypasses making the money now and goes on with their studies? And then they enter the job by you, same by you, and that person is now your manager and you're upset. I said, because you're not qualified. You refuse to go on for the love of money. I said, no. What you have to do now is realize, okay, fine, I've gotten there. Make sure that your grade point average is up there. And then start looking for opportunities, scholarships to do IT. And he was like, Dre, nobody ever spoke to me about it that way. I just saw going to National College, excuse me, getting a certificate out of National College and then go and make some money. I said, no. I said, because he's a nice, neat little DJ too. He does DJing and he makes mixtapes and so on. I said, you make these mixtapes and you sell them, right? He said, yeah. I said, right. So let that be your income. Get better at making the mixtapes, and let that be your income. For the time being, let that bring some money into your pocket. And on the other hand, you advance yourself more with the IT, and before you know it, and he was like, yeah, Jay, I feel you. And it made me understand the young people a little bit more, BJ, whether it be agriculture or IT. If you don't talk to them, if you don't say to them, hey, that's not how you should be doing this. This is what you need to be doing. And this is where you need to be taking yourself.
When you was going to school and you had $5, you had a lot of money, and you used to feel real happy. Today, if you give a kid, $50, he keep wondering what it is you're doing. That is nothing.
That is not enough.
The world has changed. The world is a dynamic place, Andre. It's ever changing, and people have to understand that sometimes you have to more or less adhere to the change, or else it's gonna drag you along. Why do you think the kids are hustling over their parents and stuff like that, and the parents kind of wondering, what it is that am I really doing? Andre, it is, let me tell you what is happening. The parents don't understand that the world has changed, and they don't gravitate towards this change because change requires energy. And it always, how I should put it, the generation before always seems to think, hang on, what you are doing isn't what supposed to be done because that's not how it was done in my time. No, it's not so the world is. You have to adhere to those changes and make the adjustment so you can more or less guide properly. Andre, if a kid come and tell you, something, want to make $1 million, you think, what happened to him? Wait, that's the kid, that's the world you live in now. You don't have $1 million, you're not anywhere.
You're not anywhere.
You understand? But you yourself seem to think, what it is him talking about? I work all my life and I've made $1 million. What it is you're talking about.
We've got a caller there. Let's take the caller. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Yes, Mr. BJ. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, I wonder if you remember or who was the first principal of the farm school. Could you remember that?
No, but I remember people like Mr. Barrett and all of those people, man.
Well, Mr. Barrett was the second principal.
I didn't know who.
First principal was Mr. Winston Bean.
Oh, I never knew that.
Living in Green Street. And that was the first principal. The first principal was supposed to be Mr. Ned, who was in Kokoriab, right? But unfortunately, he went back and studied, and Mr. Bain became the first principal. And you are so right. All the names you call there a person that entered that farm school. You remember Alexander Thief from Sutton?
Remember
right?
him.
He was a student there too. Lester McLeish, who was an extension officer in the Banana Association, right? He was there too. Myself and many other fellas that went through that farm school in the beginning. The farm school started up in 1970 under the Geary government, right? So a lot of things, a lot of extension officers, presently and past, would have passed through that farm school, right? Ted Joseph that lives in Appeal there. He was a student there too. Yeah. So the farm school did very well, put up real good people. A lot of the persons that in agriculture know was put out by that farm school in Maribor.
Okay, thanks, Cliff.
Good.
One love. So a number of persons.
Yeah.
I saw Tiff the other day.
Yes.
Yeah, he's still around.
And Andre, let me give you an example. Here we are, and I'm not political. I'm not getting there this morning. Here we are. We decide to spend a good few $100 million to build a new hospital, teaching hospital. And I welcome that. That's okay if you can afford it. Okay, you're looking to cure diseases and stuff like that and treat people. How about preventing those diseases? How about spending half of that money into a nice agricultural college that can, teach people scientifically how to grow crops and how to, mass produce stuff and all of those things, and how to experiment and how to do genetic modification and all of those things. How about them doing those things with proper labs and you have really educated people? How about investing in those areas? No, but Andre, you know something? No, we want to cure the thing. We don't want to prevent it. It would be cheaper to prevent it, Andre, all the time, and it would be more productive to prevent it.
Based on what you just said there, just takes me to a statement that was made, I think, by the former Minister for Agriculture, Adrian Thomas, when he said that no more dirty hands. Yeah. Now, that aspect of agriculture, BJ, is what you want the young people to be getting involved in.
I'm saying, Andre, always thinking in a scientific manner. Given our landscape, we don't have, large parcels of lands.
Yeah.
Given the topography, our terrain, even though we have a bit of lands, it's not flat.
Yeah.
We have a lot of water. All right? So if you have water and limited space, it simply means that you have to maximize what it is you're going to do in order to make money and in order to, mass produce stuff. The way to go is hydroponics. But you cannot do it like on your own, and certain crops cannot grow in hydroponics. But most of our vegetables, maybe 85% of it, should be grown in hydroponics. We are wasting our water. Some countries would have wished they have the quantity of water that we have going in the sea every day. And we can use those water to do a lot, Andre, inland and other places. We can, mass produce fish if we want to, and shrimps and those kind of things. We could do it in Grenada. I have no doubt about that. The investment and the technology is what is actually the will to do it is what is needed. You're telling me we don't have brilliant people that we send abroad and study for 5 and 6 and 7 years, and they're seeing those things, in other countries. You're telling me that we cannot do it ourselves. We could, Andre. It's the will. It's where our focus and energy lies. You're talking about young people, Andre. You need to make funds readily available if you want to develop agriculture seriously. And I'm not saying free money. I mean readily available with proper plan. Somebody can go and find the resources to set up something. Proper scrutiny take place. And, you can set up something without any major hiccup. Here you have man want to get a little drip line here, have to get a little pump around the corner, so they have to go check somebody to see if they can get help around the corner there. And how are you going to develop that way?
Yeah.
those things you're struggling too much. And if you're struggling like that right from the inception, how are you going to do it efficiently? You talk about fertilizer and other things that you may have to purchase and chemicals, and it's too difficult. And I'm not saying that everybody that put up the hand, you need to find money for them, but you need to find money to do things that can create an impact. If the thing is not going to create an impact on the economy, it doesn't make sense that you're investing in it,
So, BJ, we sit here and we speak about hydroponics. There's a young man on the western side, I understand, who seems to be doing very well in hydroponics. You do your stuff in relation to hydroponics. But what I have never heard, past government, this government, I've never heard any talk about hydroponics. And based on the amount of money that they're putting into agriculture, they're saying, okay, fine, we can outfit 3 or 4 persons in this budget period who are really interested, who are already into it. We can help them extend, who want to get into it, and we do the background work on you. And it tells us that you are serious and you are interested. I'm not hearing that. You're saying that we have water.
I'm saying that the way we structure our development, Andre, agricultural development is a discipline by itself, Andre. The way we set out to do things, we set out to do it most time government make that mistake. You have 50 sheep that you would have brought in, special breed sheep from Barbados, black belly, and you would have find 50 farmers to give each of them one. And you're hoping that one going to, I don't know how you're gonna really develop your herd or your breed by giving somebody one sheep and those kind of things. I'm saying that Andre should have give 2 persons or 3 persons that and monitor and ensure that this person understand the husbandry of those things and them.
And then you take
use
from
that
them.
as from the nucleus now, and you expand outward. We don't start outward and expect to come in.
Yeah, you give a man one sheep. Well, it's if you give him a female, it will crossbreed. If you give him a male, it will crossbreed. There ain't no way it's gonna stay true. And that is what you need to do.
We play politics with everything.
Yeah.
We try to reach out to everybody, and you really cannot develop that way. You have to have a nucleus, and from there you expand outwards. If you're starting outwards to come in, you're going to have issues.
I'm going to tell you something that's going to have you laughing, BJ. I'm speaking to a youngster. I wouldn't say where he's from. And you're speaking about animal husbandry. So I said to him, I says, well, why don't you get involved in animal husbandry? And he said to me, Dre, in the area in which I live, a lot of larceny takes place. And the only how I will get involved in animal husbandry in my area is if I'm doing sheep. And I'm like, well, what's the difference? Goats, sheep, basically same thing, small ruminants, yeah? And he said to me, no, in my area where I live, the guys or the people who do the larceny, they steal the goats more than they do sheep. So I'm like, well, why would that happen? Is it that the goat tastes better? He says, no. It has to do with the clodding, what they call the clodding of the meat. He says the goats take a longer period to clod as opposed to the sheep. So they will do so and go after your goats more than they will go after your sheep. And imagine there's a youngster that sit down in an area, and check out what's happening. So he has the analysis in his mind about what's going down.
Yeah. It's a deterrent, Andre. Larceny is a deterrent. That's the bigger picture. And all of those, if you want to seriously develop your agriculture sector, you have to have those under control.
You have to deal with it.
Yeah, Andre. Or you're gonna have chaos. People gonna start.
And there again, you can
killing each
have
other and stuff.
the same young people not dirtying their hands, quote unquote, but getting involved in agriculture, because you can have them develop means and ways of how to prevent pre-dialastic.
Soursop is a very high demand crop.
Mm-hmm.
But you cannot grow it in hydroponics. You have to grow it on the ground.
You have to grow it on the ground.
Certain crops, you have to grow it on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And not getting your hands dirty, it's a catch. That's okay. Andre, hydroponics. I have been doing hydroponics for the last 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I still hasn't zeroed in on the technology absolutely clear yet. And there is a thing that is a trial and error something, it's absolutely complicated. And some people start off and within a year or two they fade away and whatever, and they start having issues, and those, we build up algae and disease and all of those things. It's very complicated stuff. The management of that have to be taught and have to be acquired. You would have to study what it is you're going to do.
What you just told me there, BJ, is a serious lesson. You say algae build up and everything.
Yeah.
So it tells me here, stupid me who know nothing about agriculture, that is probably after 2 crops of lettuce, you probably need to flush out the whole system.
Yeah, probably after 1 crop.
You need to flush out
all
the whole
time,
system.
You have to keep it sterile. So you don't have build up a disease and all of those things, because you have things like algae will take the fertilizer, will take the oxygen, so your plants don't grow properly and those kind of things. You have to be careful. Your water can get contaminated, and then the whole, because everything runs from the same system, you lose the whole crop. Whereas if you're on this, on the ground, one thing can go bad with a particular crop, and you just isolate that area.
Yeah.
And
So
you
one bed go wrong, and you just isolate that bed, and you continue.
Okay, not
but
like
not
that
with hydroponics.
because it's from one feeding tank. Everybody gets their stuff. So if something goes bad there, then you lose the whole lot.
So you have to be so very careful.
You have to be
with that.
intricate. Like, for example, your pH. If your pH have a big swing, it can just burn up all your roots. And the plants can't take nutrients any longer because it has no roots. And you have to basically work within a specific pH range all the time, every given time.
So, but again, it speaks to paying attention 24/7, 365, 48 4.
Right through, Andre. You have to be there, and even though you have systems to monitor how the hardware, operate, you still need to be there in person from time to time to have physical observation. Electronic equipment do go bad from time to time and administrate certain stuff, and you'd have to recheck it yourself. A lot of things need to be done physically.
Someone by the name of Dale Naik Thomas says good morning, but she also says that being successful it also speaks to sharing knowledge and wealth.
Of course, Andre. The sharing of knowledge and wealth is what propel mankind. If people didn't share the knowledge and wealth with me, you're probably done dead already, I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah. Somebody's saying here also that, and you can comment on this, of course. Each school, secondary school, I guess, or primary school, I don't know whether they're talking secondary or primary, but it says each school should have an agricultural plot depending on space. Poultry, small ruminants, that's for secondary, and they should include hydroponics use farms they should use the farms for research and improve mechanism to boost productivity.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things.
That's a Bible, Andrew.
That's a serious Bible writer by Sim Seed. But BJ, we have a situation where, and help me here. We have in St. Patrick, I can only speak about the 2 schools in St. Patrick. The Grenada Seventh-day Adventist Comprehensive School and McDonald College as secondary schools. And BJ, they have lands Both entities.
Andre, that's what you want to see the government doing. That even though the school don't have land, they can find a parcel of land close by, like in McDonald College. The lands is distant away.
No.
When I say
distance?
that, you have to
Right
walk.
there.
Yeah, you have to run
Down the hill,
down
run
the
up
hill.
the hill.
Yes, you have to
That's
run
no
down
way.
the hill to go on the
If they want to run away, they're passing them, BJ.
That's where it's a pass. The point I'm making is that you can find lands close by sometimes school where you can purchase a plot because Andre, if you want to seriously develop your agriculture sector, agriculture cannot run by remote control. You need people to operate it. In every country, agriculture work is hard work, and you have to educate your people. You have to create that culture. You have to create that likeness, that customs, that tradition, and that pattern. I fell in love with agriculture when I was in primary school in River Valley. They had a little bit of garden next side the school, right outside close to the cemetery, not a big plot.
By the basketball court.
Yeah, right there. There had a bit of lands there, and they fence it wrong, and we used to go there from time to time. And I find I don't like classroom. I don't understand what's going on in the classroom. I find I like to be on the farm. The level of freedom and the joy of, getting a sweat and whatever. I'm never claustrophobic, so I never like classroom. When I was to school, Andrea knows nothing, And trust me, when I was growing up, I find it very difficult to learn anything. Very, very difficult as a young person. And I find I like outdoor activities. I never like to sit down inside a classroom. I just had to do it for life's sake, but it's not something particular. And I have the opinion there are a lot of kids like me who probably would have liked to, right from the outset, get hooked on something that they like. Because I know right from the outset, right from primary school, I know I was going to be a farmer. Right from primary school. Even though I had other professions, I still was going to be a farmer.
But when I see places like McDonald College, I don't know how extensive they do the agricultural program now. How much involved are the students? The Grenada Seventh-day Adventist Comprehensive School, they have lands too on the Pointsfield area, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
When I see these plots not being seriously engaged by the students, then I ask myself, what is CXC doing? Because how does a child then get a passing grade, BJ, for practical something? Where does he do the practical? At his home? When the best place to check the practicals is on the school property?
Should be happening.
When I know that the government still has a bit of land in the Progress Park area, and they can probably say to the schools in Grenville, to SAS, to GSS, to Convent, here are some half-acre plots.
Andre,
what's going on,
Andre, on the side of those schools, in front of those schools sometimes, agricultural units can be set up because in some cases we're doing hydroponics, a concrete base you need, because
but that too.
So we do have quite a bit of space, and if you teach people, utilize those space to feed yourself right from the outset. Because by the time you go to secondary school, you should be responsible enough to know that you don't, cause wanton destruction to important things. And those things can be built and monitored. And so, Andre, let me tell you something about life. Your eyes and your ears and your mouth and your nose, they are very, very close by. And one influences the other. Those are your senses. And Andre, if you keep seeing something happening for a long time, you can't help but one day being, attracted to that thing, because that's what it's around you. Organism change and function based on the environment it finds itself in. When I was going to school, there was a man named Pastor Saul Bowen. I was going to McDonald College. I think Pastor Saul, he had a farm right by the bridge next side T.A. Marisha College there. And he used to grow some crops there in rows, and he used to flood the area. And I was astonished by it as a young person. So when I'm going home, sometimes I'm walking from Sotes to River Sally, I would stop by and watch and take a sneak peek. Same way with Mr. Clouden. When he had his farm in Las Vegas and he used to do all these things in rows, and I always, attracted and astonished by those things because of my likeness for it. So I would stop and peep and watch and see what people doing and try to learn from it. And because I'm inquisitive about it, and I think that there are people outside there who are just as inquisitive as me, young people, but they're just not given the opportunity. And only a week or two ago, two young men came by me and they said, Bichi, you have some empty lands that you're not doing anything with. Could we set up a farm over there? Could we start something and say what it is you're going to plant? We're going to, decide on a crop, we're going to clean it. And, I say how you're going to irrigate it. And, well, we're going to collect some water from the trees in some tub and whatever and rainfall. And we go do all like a thing because, Andre, those guys are looking for opportunity. Mm-hmm. And there just isn't the right... it saddened me because those guys should at least be guided. Somebody should have hold their hand and walk them along a path and say, hang on, something, we're going to assist you in that area here, we can do this here for you, blah, 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 and you set up these two young persons. So less strain on the economy, less stress. And those people probably would, pay back over a period of time. You have good monitoring and control system whereby they are guided and you have good market base. And all of a sudden, those guys may want to expand. They may want to get their own lands and do their own thing. And just sometimes people need help. They need tutoring. Let me give you an example. And I'm speaking about that at the highest level now. I don't even know the person. I don't think I meet him. Ron Redhead. I haven't met that person physically. I've been following him up on on Facebook and during the election and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure this young man have something good within him to offer. I have no doubt about that. But I'm sure that this young man need counseling, political counseling. And I'm sure that within me, that approach to, move him out from a member of your cabinet or whatever.
Fine.
Well, just put it that way. I'm sure within me, Andre, that that's not the right thing you should be doing. It can break him. It can break him as a leader. It can affect him forever. Andre, once I was in primary school, and the Queen who was representative coming around Independence time, because we have independence coming up, and I was in Standard 7. And they say, Standard 7 have to sing a song for the Queen representative. And they give us the song to go home and, rehearse it and whatever. Next day they had, rehearsal. Out of a class of about maybe 50, 60 people, they said somebody inside they have a bad tone, a bad note. And they say, around that corner there, when I look, I was standing there, me have a bad note and I spoil the people's song, And then the people said, something, BJ? We go sing the song without you because you're actually spoiling the people's song. And from since then to now, I never tried to sing again,
Yo, that's tough. We got called BJ. Good morning.
Mr. BJ.
Hey.
Well, you could start to try now again to sing, eh? Try to start. All what you say there are plans and effects that was in place, Do you know right now in the RC school in Gov, there's a brand new pump to pump water from the river. And the river and the school is almost, I don't know if you know where the RC school is in Gov. Just a stone throw. The water is there. Nothing is done. And many other schools have pumps. Was donated to from organization to them. Tanks on top of the schools. Black tanks was donated to those schools. I personally, we replant an area of bananas in the RC school, and we used to cut 3 and 4 bunches of banana every week or every other week for the school to feed in the school feeding program. And there are other schools that have Loreto School, which is called Florida School. Shaper School have a lot of lands. lands that they were renting out to people, lands that people give up around the school there. Concord School have lands. That other school, Grand Roy School, have lands. I went down, myself and one of my boys, and prune up some sub trees in Grand Roy School. I'm certain that they are bearing now. So it's not a matter that something is wrong with management of, I don't know how to put it, of everything. Because I used to be employed with the school, teaching the children, taking them out into the gardens and show them how to plant. And the children eager to go. The Anglican school may have the least land around Gov, and we were doing things there. So something is wrong, and I'm talking about under the last government. Since this government come in, nothing have done to them.
All right, bro. Thank you.
It's not a matter that they know for hydroponics again.
Mm-hmm.
They are hydroponics in some of the schools. Concord School have, Bonnet School have. I can't remember. I think Anglican School in Sotel. The Anglican School in Sotel have one of the best goat thing there, and chickens. So it's not that they're not thing. It's just that it's not properly managed, supervised, and we're talking agriculture, but it's not being practiced. Agriculture.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Okay, good. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Good morning to you on the WhatsApp. How are you doing?
Okay, fine, thank you.
All right, talk to us.
Morning. Yes. DJ.
Morning.
Whatever I'm saying, don't find I'm disrespectful, but I've been listening to you years. I also suggested that maybe you should have been the agriculture man in the Senate in those NNP days. I've been listening all these years, and it seems that we are not going anywhere. I'm suggesting humbly, if what you all are saying is quite good, but what's about you, DJ, taking up it single-handedly? Bringing in some young services during the holidays time on your farm, and exposing them more to what you are talking about. And even suggesting again to the government or be an advisor. You don't have to be in politics. I'm tired with all this political, swing here and there. But we need to really advance in our country. And I'm not saying we're getting anywhere. So think about it, DJ. Be your own advisor in your community. We need to spread your knowledge that God has blessed you with and get some people to further their education more into the new system, what you're talking about with the water system. Thank you.
Thank you.
Andre, the caller making some very important point that sometimes we depend on government solely to solve our issues, whether it be agriculture and otherwise, and sometimes the government alone cannot do it. In recent time, I have written up a project, just what the lady was speaking about, trying to get funding for it now from FAO, actually submitted it already, whereby during the summer, we will more or less try to get some youths, secondary school kids, and people who have the background to get involved in agricultural program during the summer. And what we're looking to do after that, we are in contact with some colleges abroad in Miami and in Jamaica, agricultural college, that from that summer program, we can pick maybe 2, 3, 4 persons based on acceptance abroad and see if we can get them off to go to college. So we have the next generation of farmers basically coming out of college with degrees and stuff to take the mantle. So we are doing our bit, and this is being done privately by myself and another person. We are taking up the mantle to do other projects, coconut projects and other things, with different groups in our community. So we are doing our bit. We're not making noise and like the politicians and stuff. And we prefer to remain quiet about it, but we are doing our bit, to assist and help in whatever way we could.
How many children are you expecting to impact every summer with this?
What we intend to do it, we intend to increase it geometrically. We probably would start off with 20 people and then increase it by 15, by another 10 or so. So it's not the same amount every year. We would want to assess the program and see how it's going for us, and then increase it. But we are budgeting for those kind of numbers within 3 years to do maybe about 50, 60 people, young people.
Knowing that Real FM, we don't have funds like that, but what you speak of is something we'd love to help you push.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to speak to management and say, hey, let's get on board with BJ with this thing and use our platform and use our microphones and all other aspects of our platform to get young people interested into something like this once you would have acquired the funding for it.
Yes, that would be very helpful, because we want to ensure that we have farm tools and hands-on experience. They would have to do a crop within the summer. The entries, they will be given a certificate when they finish, and we will more or less choose the best appropriate people and try to get them off to do studies abroad.
Mm-hmm.
All privately funded, which the government probably could have come in and fund something like that, but I doubt it very much.
You never know by listening to us, which they always do, and by the fact that there is a new minister with responsibility for agriculture, and that is Philip Telesod, is it?
Mr.
Andrews, Lennox Andrews. He has that responsibility for agriculture, so maybe you never know. He might just listen.
Economist, and he's a bright person, an astute person. He may pick up on it, but those are things that we are trying to do, and we hope other people can get involved, and this can grow, and we will get funding for it over another 10 years or so, and try to keep it going. Andre, it's something we want to do. Realize that there is a vacuum with regard to the next generation of farmers, and we would have to grow them from now. We have to start somewhere, and we realize that the government a little slow with regard to that, and we are taking up the mantle on our own. Personal money, project already written up.
And you say you have submitted it to
FAO for funding.
FAO.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried UNESCO?
Well, that's where they have the money, and the United Nations. That's the department. So you basically at UNESCO,
so
right?
FAO.
They would divert you there to
UNESCO.
They were looking for project around that nature, so that's why we submitted it, and hopefully they may shortlist us, and we may get funding for it. We're looking forward to setting it up.
Well, most definitely. I mean, I really want. I love something like this, and I give you kudos for something like this. But and it's a nice thing.
So
nice
we don't really blow our trumpet and make noise and do those things. Andre, and come on the radio and this is what we're doing and that's what we're doing and stuff like that. Andre, we aren't selfish folks. Selfishness is not within our blood, and not the people who work with me, not within their blood too. We share and give and lend and do all of those things. We understand the community that we are living in, Andre, and I just want to make this point probably before we end the program this morning. Andre, not every time we write about something and not every time we have power we need to pass judgment. Sometimes a little counseling goes a long way. We need to be more humble. We need to show more humility when we're dealing with people. We need to understand the long-term effect of not treating people properly and not saying the right thing at the right time. Whenever we are leaders, we need to understand one thing, that when we open our mouth, Andre, what we say need to be impactful and you need to be truthful at every given time. That's the only way you can truly develop your country. That's the only way you can truly educate and mold your young generation, Andre. If you're molding them by, acting in arbitrarily, they will grow up as arbitrary people. Have a good day. Take care, Grenada.
Okay, sir, BJ. And again, I wish you all the success with that particular program. And here's hoping that we will make it a success.
Thank you.
All right, one love.
Welcome every time, boss.
All right. Bertrand John on our program this morning, and he'll be here next week, God's willing again.
Everybody want to sit down in.
This is Real 91.9. Stay with us. News, that's next.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.